Thank you. I was so Tombstone Live, Season 2, Episode 81. Action. Anybody? With your back. You gotta go. A little bit high. All right, there you go. Oh, how's it going, YouTube? Tombstone belts here again with another episode of Tombstone Live for you guys. That's right, guys. 2 weeks straight of nonstop streaming of Tombstone Live. Sorry about that, guys. Now you guys know when I do Tombstone Live, it's unsanctioned, it's uncensored. Anything that happens, happens. Just try to keep it family friendly as possible. Hold on 1 second. I always gotta check my stuff to make sure the audio is working just fine. Right now I'm watching WWE Unreal on Netflix, the season 3 now. Let me check something real quick. I gotta. Hey, Pez, how are you, man? Surprised. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, yep, the audio's working just fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get you yesterday, man. You feeling all right? You feeling okay? Ooh.
So, do you think that's it? Like, meaning, like, do you think that?
Yeah. Wow. Funny, I see there's a new legacy belt out there for a certain superstar, and it's funny. It does not look that bad, but then again, oh yeah, I'm watching it on my other phone. It's a short by Hazard F5, and Pez got tied up with some stuff yesterday. Well, that's okay. Well, at least good to see you're here now. It's funny. It looks like WWE just released a brand new legacy belt, and it's a Brock Lesnar legacy belt. And the main plate, obviously, being his logo of the Beast, and it says Beast Incarnate. I gotta say, it looks pretty sick of a belt. I'll tell you that for sure. My mind on it so far. Yeah, it's pretty badass. So much. Since he debuted in 2002. Yeah. Got that polished black paintwork and the red eyes. Features Brock Lesnar's sword chest tattoo going across the X behind the Beast emblem. It's got a circular style main plate behind the poked out sword with the Beast incarnate. Oh, speaking of guys, look who's gonna join me at this time. My good old buddy. How you doing, man? Doing pretty good. How about you? Yes, I'm a little loud. Yeah, it's hard to hear you, man.
Yeah, because I'm on a Discord call.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a Discord call with my friends.
What?
We're watching the old call.
I think your audio was messed up.
We're watching the Hulk from 1966.
Yeah, because I can hear myself on your end, but it sounded silent on your end.
Yeah. My aunt's Wi-Fi is not the greatest.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. I watched AEW Redemption tonight. And of course, I was saying that. Audio, yeah, Pez is audio is messed up. Maybe to turn it down a little bit. Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know who that is, my buddy, Frank. Yeah, hey, we do a couple videos together, you know. And we also have our own collaboration channel. Frank and DMT Live. Actually, no, it's Frank and DMT Show. I don't know why I got that. But yeah, we do reaction videos. You're echoing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there's something on the audio. Like, it's like real loud on your end and echoing.
Supposed to do that.
I think you may need to like back out from it and come back in. Usually always fix itself. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but hopefully it'll come back in that. But anyway, let's go back to what I'm talking about. Let's hope this works. Let's try this one more time, guys. My buddy Frank. Let's hope it fixed.
Is it still doing it?
It's actually wants to get it's still a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm gonna try something.
Maybe I'll check the other settings.
Bluetooth earbuds.
Oh, the mic on? I think you may need to reset your phone or something, or any way that you're doing this, because seems like it's just been glitchy. Frank, you there? Oh, I think he froze on me, guys. But while we wait for him, I'm gonna show. Oh, there we go. A lot better.
Yeah, the mic on iPhones suck.
That's why I don't get iPhone. That's why I don't get Apple products, man. I stick to the Samsung.
I have an extra phone my friend gave me in case my iPhone takes a shit. It's a Galaxy S20.
Oh, that's real nice. 'Cause
Yeah,
I got myself a new phone too.
yeah. You
Now,
had your one
I'm just
phone. Looks like you finally got a new phone after your phone looks like it was gonna explode.
This is the old phone I'm using. I'm using my new phone to do the live stream right now. But I've just
Okay.
seen now Hazard F5 released a brand new video or a short. Okay, I can hear you both. Okay, that's good. That's good, Paz. Good to know. But right now I gotta show off this brand new belt that WWE released. It's a legacy belt, and it's for Brock Lesnar. You ready to see this?
Mm-hmm.
Tights when he originally debuted
Oh,
the
that's
promotion
sick.
around 2000.
I'm saying it does look pretty cool.
It does.
Replacing them with the
Yeah.
emblem on his tights in 2000.
I mean, basically, it kind of almost looks a lot like the design-wise of when they had their own Brock Legacy Undisputed belt
Yeah.
with that pattern of the spikes in that.
Oh yeah. I got my see that right there. This is my charging dock for my Oculus. I just got it.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, the snaps look cool too. It's in circles. It's like those square studs for snaps.
Yeah. The one thing I wish I didn't lose my selfie stick if I didn't have to hold my phone.
Yeah, believe me.
Wait,
Yeah, I
I'll
have
use
a
my
jury rig.
there it
I have a
goes.
jury rig thing going on right now from my phone,
Yeah.
but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Again, guys, before we continue on any more of this stuff, I'm gonna pause. But I'll tell you right now, you guys want to do right when I do DMTombstone live, it's on Ascension, and it happens to try to keep it family friendly. And if you are enjoying these live streams, make sure to hit the like button that's right above me and Frank right there. I see it. I'm probably sure you guys don't. And if you're new to my channel and want to know what I'm all about, especially with the bad boys right behind me right there. Hold on. I gotta use my Jedi mind trick force to move the camera. There we go.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm trying to be
you know,
thinking
you
there,
know,
but
you know,
anyway,
it's,
yeah.
you know, it's kind of something kind of funny. One
What?
of the game I've been playing Power World a lot, and you remember that Egyptian cat from Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Look what they did. Look what they did.
Dancing? Like, it looks like one of those TikTok dances.
And that's their version of Anka. It's called Sekman
Oh
Power
my
World.
god.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, let me finish up what I think here. Check out my main channel if you want to know more about my belts, including my most recent video I posted, which was the 900 subscriber belt giveaway video. Yes, guys, last night I finally posted about that because now I've reached 904 subscribers. Yeah, that's the thing. You got a big Bertha?
this was my cousin once at an arcade. She gave it to me. I was gonna give it to my little cousin, my little nephew, but since I'm not visiting my home state no more, I don't know how I'm gonna give it to him.
Probably got to do it by mail.
I might have to. I need to talk to. I need. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
that sucks, man. Guys, if you don't recall, we were talking about having me and my buddy Frank come back together, do a Frank DMTombstone episodes or videos. But obviously, something came up. I don't know. Me and Frank wanted to discuss about what happened, personal stuff.
I really
But
don't
yeah,
really
as
care.
of right
I'll
now,
just
I
say
don't think.
this. I don't really care. My dad's an asshole. That's all I'm gonna say to everybody.
All right.
But I had a
That's it.
deal
That's we'll just
last
say.
night. I was on VR hanging out with my friends. I was talking to one of my female friends, and I told them I'm gonna go to this other world to watch a movie. Her friend started sexual harassing me, telling me to go fuck myself and shit for no reason, getting up in my face for no
I don't
reason,
think that's
telling me to,
sexual harassment. I think that's just straight up being an asshole.
yeah. See
Sexual
what?
harassment would be like talking about I assume like talking about sexual stuff, like
You
well, I
can
don't want to go
people
that far. I don't know.
no. But at the point is he
Because go fuck
disrespected me
yourself
for
is
no
not
reason.
sexual harassment.
It's just well, other stuff he said I can't say on on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, at the point is I reported him for harassment pretty much because he was being a douche for no reason. Like you don't get up to someone's face and start harassing somebody or threatening bullying or whatever the words are to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pez says he does not sure what he feels about that belt, about the Brock Lesnar legacy belt. Well,
I think
that's
it
what I
looks
say.
cool.
Legacy belts, and it looks cool, but I say legacy belts, I think it only varies for certain people. Like that one guy I talk about on YouTube. I think his name's called Wick Belts. He has
Mhm.
over probably $1 million worth of wrestling belts in his collection.
Yeah.
He buys them all from the belts that are used on TV to the Welch's fruit snacks.
Yep.
Yeah. But you guys just, but if you get, but anyway, I was like talking about, yeah, right now I'm watching Unreal season 3 right now on episode 2 about
You know,
Tina's
I think
last riding.
yeah. When I
Well,
get
go on.
I'm when I get my apartment, I am throwing a little homewarm apartment party once my when
Housewarming
I get
party.
yeah, and
Yeah.
hopefully I can see if I can get you to come down.
Yeah, if Dave, right now I'm off work for 2 weeks and that.
Yeah, but that's in the future. I still technically trying to my cousin's trying to help me find an apartment right now. She's trying to help me
Yeah.
find one.
Well, believe me, if I ever thought about going back down to Ohio, it would definitely be a good thing to meet up with you, man. Have
Yeah,
time to ourselves. Maybe go to Cedar Point.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, there's some
We
time
could,
there.
yeah.
I refined my student debt was so
Yeah.
fine.
Right.
Members of
But anyway, yeah. Yeah, now for the next 2 weeks, I'm just gonna be doing this type of stuff. Keep track of my subscriber video and that. Are you on vacation, Dion? Technically, you could say it's kind of like a vacation. After all, I'm off work for 2 weeks.
Oh, hey, you want to know when I was in Canada, I was in a Airbnb with a bunch of streamers, some popular streamers like Warframe streamers, and I met this
Oh,
person in Clover. She gave me her sticker.
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool. At least it
Yeah.
wasn't neon. yeah.
Yeah,
Hate to
she
say this,
gave me
guys,
this
but yeah,
one,
neon's an asshole.
and she gave me this one.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she gave me her business card and everything.
Yeah, but if you guys don't know about this, like at least it wasn't neon, and you know how
Yeah.
neon was because he was at the last PLE and he did stupid shit that could literally get him arrested, if not yet sued by WWE. Like
But
out of everyone to show on WWE's like programming for
mhm.
YouTubers and streamers, like you got Logan Paul, you got I Show Speed, KSI. Why are you gonna think about getting neon? Next, thing you know, you're gonna ask that Jack Doherty guy to join you. Like that
I
is
don't like.
stupid.
Yeah, you want to see
Yeah,
the
that
most
Jack Doherty
most?
guy.
Yeah, you see this right here? Guess how much this thing cost me at a mall?
I don't know, $10.
15.
Well, I was close.
This was the
$15
only.
for. Is that a sticker?
No, it's a hologram. See,
Oh, it's like one of those hologram things. Okay,
this
fifteen
was the
dollars.
only Yu-Gi-Oh thing at the mall in Michigan. The only Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Well, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I've been looking up a few things, and you know I have two Millennium Puzzles now. The one that you can put together that's made out of plastic, and the metal
Mhm.
one that I have on a chain. Apparently, they made another Millennium Puzzle
The third
for
one.
like I think like for the 30th anniversary or something like that. It's like a metallic gold painted plastic piece. Then once you put the center on it, it glows.
That is sick. It's probably expensive.
About like 150 to $200. Like, let me look it up.
That is that's some expensive plastic. Global plastic.
Well, then again, you got to put batteries in it, and I think that's how because it glows.
Oh, it's one of those. They could have made it to where it glows with sunlight. That'd be cool.
Or you mean like it's solar powered?
Yeah, if they did something like that, it'll be better instead of using electronic batteries.
Yeah, right here. They got this person's not like there's this thing on YouTube, guys showing off the Millennium Puzzle stuff. Like you guys don't know, we're big fans of Yu-Gi-Oh. Just recently, a couple days ago, I just watched Yu-Gi-Oh the movie.
Yeah,
The first,
I've been a Yu-Gi-Oh fan for 21 years. I'm 30 now, so 21 years since I was 9.
well, then I say I've been a Yu-Gi-Oh fan for about 20 years now.
Yeah, and I'm actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh
All
on
right,
the VR headset where
all right,
it's made by the
all right.
fans. It's actually really fun.
Yes. All right, here's a little short short video about the new Millennium Puzzle. And the thing is, I would say, first off, uh, just know it has copyright music. Pretty sure it's copyright music because it has the theme from the Japanese dub version of Yu-Gi-Oh, which we here in America we call Yu-Gi-Oh Season 0.
Yeah, but
Hello.
that thing was never dubbed. Season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh was never dubbed. It comes with a stand.
Yeah. I mean, at least the gold on it looks good.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. I mean, the gold looks perfect on it. I say, then look how it twists off. You put batteries in it. I mean, I already have two puzzles. Why would I need a third one just because it's good? When you put some metal in it,
Oh, that's cool. It glows like how it glows in the show.
and then you put the leather strap around it.
Hmm.
So, like, my thoughts on this new version of the Millennium Puzzle.
Oh, hey, Daniel, do you remember this?
Oh yeah, the Happy Gilmore cups. I got all of them.
I'm missing 2 of them, but I don't know what happened to Shooter McGallagher Cup. But I kept the
Well, it's
man
funny because
one.
I got Happy, I got Shooter, and I got his caddy. That was
Yeah,
fuck, what was his name? Oh yeah, also Hal, the Ben Stiller
yeah,
character, and his caddy who was Bad Bunny.
yeah. That was interesting to see Bad Bunny acting in a movie.
Yeah.
That
So
was
the
interesting.
thoughts on the new Millennium Puzzle that Bandai released compared to this one. This is a Millennium Puzzle I got, and it's actually a Millennium Puzzle you put together. It comes in pieces,
Mhm.
and obviously you always end it by putting this main piece on. But yeah, my thoughts about that one compared to this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the exact same size. I don't think it comes apart like an actual puzzle like this one does. And I think it only has like two pieces that come off. The center piece, obviously, so when you put it on, it'll glow. And then the top piece you twist and pop off to put the batteries in.
Hmm.
Which I think, I mean, if they're able to make one that's like made out of metal that you could put together like this and it glows, basically, I can see that maybe going for like the 40th or 50th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or do it for when they release another movie with Yugi Moto, to where
Yeah. If they
because
do, they're probably not going to.
I have a metal one, I have this one that you could put together. I'm not probably not going to get that one that it glows, but if you could put all three of them together, where it's the metal pieces you can put together, and then it glows, that I mean, obviously it would be cost like around I don't know $300 to $400. But I tell you, it'd probably be one hell of a collector's item for big, huge Yu-Gi-Oh fans.
Yeah.
But yet, as well, I almost was going to say about watching the Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Hmm.
And I started to feel, sad because I realized that movie, the Yu-Gi-Oh the movie, came out in 2005, over 21 years ago.
Yeah. And they waited 13 years to make the last Yu-Gi-Oh movie, and they're probably not going to do any more with it.
Dark Side of Dimensions.
Yep. And I looked it up. They're not doing anything else with Yu-Gi-Oh
Well, because
movies.
spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, obviously they had a new Millennium item, that cube box, and it turns out the puzzle was still around. The only Millennium item they found, which proved that the Pharaoh may still exist, may still be around. And then all of a sudden the world started to collapse on itself thanks to this new Millennium item. Kaiba was just wanted to have one more duel against the Pharaoh because Yugi, to him, basically the character Yugi, it was not him he wanted. He wanted the Pharaoh because it was always the Pharaoh that beat him, not
The only
Yugi.
thing I hate about it, like they at the end they showed Kaiba went to ancient Egypt to confront the
The face
Pharaoh. Yeah, and
in a
they're about
duel.
they had their duel disc on, and then it just left in a cliffhanger. Like they don't care about seeing the final.
But then in the credits you see Taya, Yugi, Tristan, and Joey graduate from high school now, which I'm thinking they were still in high school. It's after 20 fucking some years. Then again, they
Yep.
don't claim they're in Japan or that, even though they all are in uniform, so it has to be Japan.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, so wait, Yugi Moto's like part Japanese and part Egyptian. So
Yep.
technically, his soul is possessed with the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh looked exactly like him. So it means the Pharaoh Atem is his ancestor, and that's another thing. They always called him Pharaoh. I guess when the movie 2005 that came out, they didn't have a name for him yet, obviously,
No.
or he didn't
Close to the
remember his
end.
name. Yeah,
I
until
think it
the
was
end of the
Actem or
series.
something or Intem. It's just a
Atem,
weird name. Yeah,
like
Intem.
Atem, Atem. I almost
Yeah.
wanted to say Adam, but
The
I'm saying
Pharaoh,
it's. I
Adam.
mean, yeah, but obviously it was Atem. I think. Well, then again, in the beginning of the show, they were calling him Yami
Yeah.
or Yu-Gi-Oh, because in fact, the Pharaoh told Yugi himself in Between Spirit Realms, they were telling him, well, I'm either the Pharaoh, Yami, or what, Yu-Gi-Oh or Yami, and Yugi just started to call him Yami because that in the
Yeah.
comic book that's what they were calling him, Yami Yugi.
Ooh, another video to watch. Let's put that in my save. Watch it.
Even when you see video, even when you saw like videos of Dan Green, the voice actor who voices both the Pharaoh and Yugi, funny how
I
he
wa- he's
actually says like,
my goal one day to actually meet the voice of the Pharaoh and Yugi one day if they ever come to the
Yugi and the
cons.
Pharaoh, because he does both. He's like,
Yeah,
grandfather always wanted me to believe in the heart of the cards. Oh, you still believe in that junk? I told you once, I told you 100 times, Yugi. Oh, Yami, you're such a What? I'm a what, Yugi?
the funny
Yami,
thing
put
is
down
the
the toy.
Pharaoh
I'm
dueled
a what,
because little
Yugi?
Yugi only had a few duels, and then he beats the
But
Pharaoh. People were mad that little Yugi beat the Pharaoh at the final season.
well, I think they hated it because the fact was it was the end of the series.
Yeah,
Like it had to happen
yeah,
because A, they were doing what was right because the Millennium Items were too dangerous to be around in the world, and of course the duel, the whole rage of the duel. If Yami won, I mean I don't know what would happen if he won. I forgot what it was
he'll
said,
stick.
but if
He said it. If Yami won, he'd be sticking around. If Yuki won, he's going back to his own time or something.
well, no, he would go back into the afterlife
Yeah,
because it wasn't like time travel stuff. Literally, because the Pharaoh's been dead for 5,000 years.
yeah,
So literally, it's like his spirit was possessed in the Millennium Puzzle.
yeah,
And forget that they returned the Millennium Items back. It was one final duel between literally. I think it was the second time literally Yugi and the Pharaoh or Atem dueled each other.
yeah. Because the first time they dueled,
It
he
had that Argent
failed
Calico thing.
Silver Calcos, and then Yuki lost to Yami, and then Yuki beat Yami. So it's like,
Well, the first time they dueled, Yami had no choice. He had to defeat Yugi, or else the Circuit Calicos could have destroyed him.
yeah.
He felt bad about it because he realized what he did was wrong, and he felt bad because he thought he was a bad pharaoh. But the thing was, he couldn't
But Yugi
remember.
sacrificed himself to save the Pharaoh for a reason.
Yeah. And it's funny. Then they traveled back in time, seeing how ancient Egypt almost nearly was in disaster and the stop of the world and stuff. And then
Yeah. The one thing that was weird about the whole thing, magically, since Merrick was back then, Merrick is alive. That's kind of weird that him and his sister are alive after 5,000 years.
I guess sometimes I think it's the magic of the Millennium Items or something. You never
Yeah,
know.
they're probably dead now. You don't see them in the new movie.
Well, and as well, they also you barely see like I'm wondering. The whole group of friends is Yugi with Yami, Tristan,
Joe,
Joey,
Joey.
Taya, Bakura,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had that other guy that made that dice game. Like
Duke.
he was in
Duke
Dark Side
Devlin.
Dimension.
Yeah, Duke
What?
Devlin. Duke
Yeah,
Devlin.
Duke Devil. Like he occasionally comes in and out, but the thing is, I think at the final movie they did, he was one of the group members.
Yeah, he was. He was part of the group.
But then of
I
course there's
love.
Seto and Mokuba.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that makes no sense. They're like, okay, so Seto Kaiba, he runs a company called Kaiba Corp,
Mm-hmm.
but yet he's a teenager in high school. He makes probably is a millionaire, not yet a billionaire, depending on the
Yeah.
technology. And then he has a license to literally be able to draw or fly a blue eyes white jet
Drag.
that's equivalent to like a military grade that has like thrusters and shit. I'm like, this is a teenager. I don't think
Yep.
teenagers are certified to fly jets. I
Nope.
think he's a teenager. I mean, I don't know if he's still in high
He
school.
no, I believe he was a lot older than the cast. He was a lot older for a teenager.
But they make it seem like he's like one of the groups of the teenagers because he wears a similar outfit in the beginning before he wore that traditional white. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, looks like everything's fine now. We're still good.
Yeah,
Well,
stupid.
what are we talking about? Tiger, Nira 1? We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! But like in the beginning when he was going for the 4th Blue Eyes White Dragon before he tore it up, he had that blue outfit, which kind of matched the colors between Yugi, Joey, and Tristan, making me think I think he might have been a senior in high school at the time.
Yeah, because he's older than Yugi.
This is saying because now that's another thing. A lot of people could say to add this with the timeline. Oh, Gallic Voyager. Hi, Gallic Voyager. So obviously,
Hello.
what? So the early years of Yugi,
I
when he was
wasn't
building
trying to
Millennium.
say hi. It's just my phone's been being stupid.
Oh, that's you. All right.
My
Oh,
phone's
that's you.
being retarded. Yeah,
Silly
my
me.
my
I wasn't
phone's
looking
being
at the
stupid.
logo. I didn't realize it was you. Shit.
Yeah, it was being stupid.
But I say like
I wasn't.
like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters in America. Obviously, they were showing little moments that could be related to the first season of the Japanese dub, like how Joey takes a piece of the Millennium Puzzle and throws it out the window into a water. That was from the Japanese dub, but obviously they didn't show that part. And then they talk about
No.
how Pharaoh many times did that mind shatter thing trick on the bad guys and that. So literally, they're paying how Yu-Gi-Oh has nothing to do with the Yu-Gi-Oh season 0 or the Japanese dub version, but yet they add little mixtures of it within the first season, like how Taya was saved by the Pharaoh one time.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I think in the Japanese dub, she was falling in love with a town,
hmm
which I'm thinking, okay, so first off, you're friends with
Okay,
Yugi.
I figured this out now about Kaiba.
Oh,
In
you
the
were searching
manga
up?
canon, Seto Kaiba was born October 25th, 1980.
Okay.
It makes him
So,
around 15 to 16. And years during the Duelist Kingdom of Battle City from 1996 to 97, he is 18. During
so
their
he was
time,
probably just graduated high school.
he's 18 in the new Yu-Gi-Oh series, the new
And yet he
Dark Side
and yet he
Dimension.
acts like a pompous asshole to them. Knowing he's
When
an adult to kids.
I believe when he was introduced, he was 12. So within 6 years, he's 18 on the final. So he was 18 in the Dark Side of Dimensions.
I know. And Yugi is probably
Wait,
the youngest.
no, wait, I'm
I think
stupid.
him.
No, wait. Duels came in Skin, he was around 18 years old during the Dark Side. So they kept him as 18 through Duelist Kingdom and Battle City arcs. He's 18 during the Dark Side Dimension movie, but they don't tell. They said he stays 18.
Well, I think you call that comic logic. Like think of the
Yeah,
Simpsons. Bart's still 10 years old after what, 30, almost
30.
40 years?
Yeah,
So, but then again, if you think of it was actual like normal timeline, so that's what I'm saying. So within a whole year, they've gone through city to cities. Yugi's been building up himself as a king of games, and like all the seasons, gets these new monsters, deals with the Circa Calicos, gets the Egyptian God
Oh
card,
shit!
helps attempt to remember his past and remember his name,
Look what they
then
said.
duels him at the what?
Look what they aged him up.
He would be 45 today.
Yep.
Yeah. But in
I
Dark
mean,
Side Dimensions, they make him as like still as a teenager that just graduated high school. But it makes no
yeah,
sense because just then, when in the beginning, I would say Yugi was kind of like I would say he was more like a freshman in the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I know.
Especially,
I think Yuki was in middle school, and then high school.
well, no, I think he was in high school all the way through the series. Because then again, in Dark Side Dimensions, all 4 of them graduate. So
Yeah,
I think Tristan, Joey, Taya, and Yugi are all within the exact same grade together.
yeah.
Even though I
I
think
mean,
Yugi could be, but I think realistically, I think Yugi would have been a freshman, as Joey and Tristan probably been juniors, as Taya would be a sophomore. That's the way I would see it. But yet,
yeah,
because I mean, it's not because of the size. Like Yugi was a small little kid, and everyone else was bigger than him.
yeah.
But
And they made him get a little bit taller and Dark Side of
when he
Dimensions.
turns into Yami.
Yep.
And that
But he
explains
got
why when he turns into Yami, that little flap of his goes up because it's too fucking tight on the Pharaoh and it just shrinks on him.
Mhm.
But the fucking suit doesn't grow with him when he turns into Yami. That
Well, if
explains in
you
the
watch
art
Dark Side
details,
of
like how
Dimension,
they're
they made Yugi get a little bit tall, like actual Yugi actually grow up a little bit taller in Dark Side of Dimensions.
yeah. And I think in one of the series, Trist actually Taya and the Pharaoh go on a date together, and it's funny because many times you see Yugi without his jacket, wears like that black like sleeveless shirt, and when he goes on the date, and it's funny, literally, he's like, "Ready or not, spirit, ready to go," and he says the spirit only will come out when it's ready to duel, but somehow Yugi figures out a way to bring him out, and he goes, "Hey, Yugi, what? No, you can't. This isn't a duel." And Taya looks at him and goes, "Well, hello." Like they go on a date.
So pretty much Taya went on a date with Yugi and the Pharaoh at the same time, pretty much, since they're one and the same person.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, how do they figure out how they could switch in between? Because when he fought Pegasus, when he had the Millennium Eye, he could see what they were going to plan on doing because of that eye. But he thought, I guess he talked to the Pharaohs, like, literally, we got to switch in between turns because
Yeah.
it'll mix up the Millennium Eye. And I'm thinking, that's a amount of power that they're going to try to do. Eventually, that could overpower. I don't know if that should overpower the
Yugi
puzzle.
freaking
And then
passed out,
tires
and
them
the
out.
Pharaoh had the Yugi passed out, played a card, passed the fuck out. The Pharaoh took over, and the one card that Yugi put down won Pharaoh the duel against Pegasus.
That's what I'm saying. And
He's
that's
like,
an odd
I
day.
can't
The
breathe. He
guy
was
that
like,
created
I'm
this
gonna play this
game,
last card.
yeah,
And he
and so
collapsed.
this, and it's funny. It's a card game created by a guy named Pegasus.
Yep. And
Odd name for a guy.
Pegasus was based on the original creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. To me, he's like a Calypso type of character from, if you ever heard of the game Twisted Metal, balls with the
Yeah,
main
never
boss that
played it.
created the game called Calypso. But
Yeah.
it's funny. He created the game, but if you're never in the movie, it's funny. In the TV shows and that, it made him think like he drinks wine, but no, it's just some like I think I don't know some fruit juice or something, like cranberry juice or what. It's juice. It's not
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
But in the movie, it turns to like wine with spritz in it. So basically, like a carbonated wine.
Yeah.
Which I'm thinking, okay, so now they add a little more of an adult theme in there. I'll be surprised actually you hear cussing, but at least we didn't go that far. They kept them as
Yeah.
they were. At least they kept them as they were since day one. I mean, imagine like at Dark Side Dimensions, you hear Yugi be like, "Damn it, Kaiba, the Pharaoh's gone." Like that would feel odd.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, I didn't feel strange at all when you're never watching Dragon Ball Z and you see Kid Trunks mooning Brawly, spanking his ass, and then turns around flipping the bird at him. Then again, back in those days, but then again, the original version of Dragon Ball Z, they actually showed nudity. I mean, but obviously they got rid of it because time it
It's
was
wrong.
kids, and it's wrong. Yeah, like Kid
Yeah.
Goku walking around butt ass naked, and they had to drew out his package, but yet they couldn't show that in America now because we already know dealing with all that CP shit.
Yes.
I don't know why it just cut me off of that. All right, yeah, that's why they got rid of that stuff. Now you probably can only see it if you have VHS tapes of that stuff, which I don't know
Yeah.
why you want to see it. But
No.
But there was old YouTube videos about that stuff, like how Kid Goku when he was a kid always was tapping at some people's crotches, wonder if they were a boy or a girl.
Yeah, that
And that part with Bulma when he pulled their panties off feels like there's nothing. Ah, it's your
there's
balls,
nothing.
Bulma, they're gone.
God.
I'm like watching this. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't remember this from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and then we knew Master Roshi's a creep.
Well, yeah, seeing Bulma's tits getting the nosebleeds, which I don't get what that is all about in Japan. Like, what if people in
I don't
Japan not see tits and that?
and they shoot out blood out of their nose. Like what the
Like they
fuck?
get nosebleeds after seeing like naked girls. Last time I checked, when I see naked women, I don't get nosebleeds. I get hard-ons. Okay, let's not go that far.
There's something keeping it PG.
Yeah, remember, family friendly as possible. Family friendly as possible.
It's
But, yeah.
possible.
Yeah. So literally, would say in the beginning, like I thought in the beginning of the show, Yu-Gi-Oh, like I'd say he was at least a sophomore or not yet a junior.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about stuff in the past, like how Joey took a piece of his Millennium Puzzle and threw it out the window. Like I'd say that when he was a freshman.
Yeah.
Like he was
I'm just
building the
on-
Millennium Puzzle as a freshman. But then again, it took him
Yeah.
8 years to make that. So he was starting to build this puzzle when he was probably 8 years old.
Did you know they have furry
Wait.
creatures in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, they made Joey dress up like a dog.
Yeah, that shit was funny. And those three cheerleaders said, "Shut up, Joey," and
Bark,
they beat the
bark
shit
like
up.
you command. Woof, woof.
Oh.
Like that. And of course,
That
there's
is
that little
classic.
girl that was fighting for her grandfather's blue-eyed white dragon, even though Kaiba destroyed it.
Yeah, he fought Yugi, and
And
then
that
Yugi
was
gave
probably
up,
the
and
only. No, literally, it was the only time I saw. I think it was the first time in Duel Monsters that they show the rules that if you put your hand on the deck and say you surrender, the duel ends like that.
yeah,
And it's funny, they don't ever had that option in the video games.
no, they
And
don't.
another thing is, like in the movie, how Yugi somehow survived through the duel of against Anubis and Kaiba when he was down to 2 cards. He activated
Yeah,
both of them, sacrificing one to get the monster and all that, and he only had 1 face down card left to go. If that face down, if he didn't literally put an end to the duel with that one last face down card he had, the duel would have been over because he had no more cards to play.
yeah,
But in the video game, if you draw your last card from your deck and your deck's at 0, no matter how many cards you had in your hand, the duel
you
ended
lose.
there.
It'll end
Yeah,
on
you
your
still
next
lose.
turn. You have to finish the duel with that last card in your deck, because that happened to me, and that happened to me in freaking
Yeah, I
dueling
never
a
played
friend.
like Yu-Gi-Oh games. Literally, like it says, I have 1 card left in my deck, while I have 5 cards in my hand. I put a card down on the field. As soon as I draw my last card, it shows a flash. And it says you're out of cards in your deck. Duel's over. Which I'm thinking, okay. So literally, if we're going video game movie, Yugi should have lost because he has no more cards in his deck.
Yeah.
Because literally, when it comes, oh hi Holly of Chaos, welcome to the live stream.
Hello.
Yeah, so literally in the Yu-Gi-Oh based games, the video games, it don't matter how many cards you have in your hand. If you have no cards left in your deck, the duel's over. You lose.
Yeah.
But in movie logic or the show logic, I'm pretty sure of it. As long as you can still play cards, no matter if you got no cards in your deck, you should still play. But how is that so? Literally, he literally goes, "No monsters, just 2 magic cards. That's all I have left." I'm like, okay, so he has 1 magic card, reverse, face down on the field, and he holds 2 magic cards in his hand.
Yeah.
Literally, and he's got no more cards in the deck. In video game logic, the game's over. He lost. The Pharaoh's destroyed, and Anubis of the world.
Yeah.
Sounds like Magic the Gathering. Kind of. Well, I'd say Magic the Gathering kind of came about from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
They're all kind of the same.
Look at
Just
this.
different stuff.
Look at this.
What the hell is that?
It looks like a squirrel.
A pink squirrel, really sexualized.
Yeah, that's what they're doing in Yu-Gi-Oh now. That's what they're doing in Yu-Gi-Oh now.
The new
Like,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
This is Master Duel, so it's with old generation stuff, the new shit. Stuff like the newer shows, like the Yu-Gi-Oh 7 shit that sucks ass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if there is any more Yu-Gi-Oh
There is.
stuff out.
There is.
Like they still have Yu-Gi-Oh 7 playing?
Yes, with the new arc. Yeah, they're milking it at this point.
Because that's the thing. I never scroll through my channels and see, oh, is the Yu-Gi-Oh playing and stuff like that? Because I don't even watch the new shit. I stopped watching after Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Monsters ended. Basically, at the end of the Yu-Gi-Oh series, the
What
original Yu-Gi-Oh series.
GX is good, 5Ds is good, Zexu is mid, Arc V is
Is there one
okay.
called Arc
Yu-Gi-Oh!
5 or something?
Arc 5 is actually really good. I had the box set. That was a good.
And
Wait,
nowadays, they don't even sell
wait,
the dual disc
Magic
like
was
those
out before.
anymore.
Wait, Magic was out before Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh shit.
I would say, actually, let's look that up. When did Magic the Gathering came out? Because Yu-Gi-Oh came out in the 90s, not yet 80s.
No, 90s. It was 96 when Yu-Gi-Oh was introduced. It didn't
Well,
come
no,
fully
the
come out
card
to
game.
99.
Well, no, did the card game come out before the show?
No, the show came out before the cards. So I'm trying to build a deck. I just don't know what type of cards I should get. Let's see. It's Ash Blossom.
It was created in 1993. Magic the
So yeah,
Gathering.
so it came out a few years before. Yep, that you're right.
All right, hold on. Developed by Konami, the game is based on the Magna series Yu-Gi-Oh by Katsuki Takatashi. That's right, okay. But that doesn't explain when did the fucking thing start? Like when
I got hiccups.
like I think the Magna might have started like, well, I know the card games probably came out, so it means card games came out after like because they had the comics before it became a show.
Ow. Dude, I just had the worst chest pain ever. With that hiccup.
So Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game stuff released in February 4th, 1999. So it was 27 years ago.
Yep.
But what about the manga? Okay, so Magic the Gathering is older than Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was serialized from 1996 to 2004. So, yeah. So I would say the manga came out before the cards, and it was out for 3 years.
Yep. That makes sense.
But that still means Magic the Gathering came out way before Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic was out in 1993. Yeah. So yeah, Magic the Gathering did come out first. But I guess now that means, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, although were based off Magic the Gathering. But then again, does anybody actually use Pokemon cards like they would do for Yu-Gi-Oh? Like they would battle them and know the shit? Because I don't remember anyone playing Pokemon like they would play Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering. Have you?
Nope.
Most people just collect the cards. Well, now
I
they
don't
still
know
do
any.
that today because now Pokemon cards are becoming rare.
Mm-hmm. And then the scalpers are the ones that ruined the card game.
That's what I'm saying. That's all that scalper shit.
Oh shit! I gotta fight Utopia.
But yeah, that's why. But then again, I was never a fan of Pokemon. I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh than Pokemon. But then again, you probably wondered then how come I got. Then again, how come I got that guy right there? I got Squirtle. I was like, well, because I like Squirtle. Squirtle's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Squirrel's a good Pokemon.
Yeah, and too, he's like a cute little guy. He's like a little companion buddy to me. And though when he does speak, he sounds like he's been smoking Marlboros for 40 years. Flat out.
Squirtle.
But I say like for Yu-Gi-Oh, nothing less than to have like these 3 cards in your collection. Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and the Winged Dragon.
Yeah.
I guess someone looked at the cards and thought, the show, they never had cards look like that, except until the movie came about when they just printed out the the base part of the cards and just have the backings different.
Yeah.
Then when they came out with a new box of cards, like I got this one from Temu, they actually had cards that have the back like this, like from the show, and in the front look like this too from the show.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, I got two different types of Egyptian god cards. The legit ones you use in a card game.
Yeah.
Of course, they even have this one rare card called the Oracle of Light that if you put the three Egyptian god cards together, they become this character.
Oh, yep. Classic.
Which I even think still is funny because, and also imagine that in the game that if you have all five like this, it's funny to have Egyptian god. Imagine you facing Yugi when he has the three Egyptian god cards out. Now, the only thing that you can do to stop them, other than like in the movie, you have the Pyramid of Light that. Oh, I have some dragon cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, you do? Too many fake cards out there as Pokemon. I have Slifer the Sky Dragon card. Oh, Holly the Wolf got Slifer the Sky Dragon. Well, I do too. I got two.
I have some of the guide cards in my binder, the reprints, but
Yeah, well, mine are graded god cards. But yeah, but then again, I got the ones that are printed out to look like the ones from the show. Like, here's Slifer. And it's funny, majority of them have question marks on them because I think it's the way the cards are, like for Egyptian god cards, like Slifer, his points go up 1,000 for every card that's in your hand. So like if you put Slifer on the field and you got 5 cards in your hand, his attack points are 5,000.
yep. And
And I think
if you run if you run infinite cards in your hand, you can have a lot of freaking cards.
Well, I'm pretty sure they only limit the amount of cards in your hand. Like certain magic and spell cards that allow
Yeah,
you to
but
have
there
like
is
six.
but if you have if the card called infinite card in hand, you can
Well, then again, you only have 40 cards in a deck.
no 60. You can
And
have up to 60.
well, if you're following tournament rules,
You can still
I'm
have
saying
60. You can still have 60 cards in tournaments.
they're the
Modern
same in
tournaments.
tournament rules, but I'm talking about like in the anime or the video
Yeah.
game world. It's
Yeah,
40
it's
no matter
40.
what. Tournaments, they don't follow like the show logics. Like, because who's gonna have those black hole magic cards, like 5 of them in a deck in the show? In
Yeah.
tournament, you can have 2 of them, I think.
Yep.
Because if you have like 5 of them, it's like that's an illegal deck.
Yep.
But then again, do they still have Exodia be played in tournaments? Because anyone that has all 5 in a hand is an automatic game over.
Yep.
Which I find that funny. The God cards are mostly supposed to be the most powerful cards to have in someone's deck. But yet, Exodia, you just have 5 in the hand. You don't have to play them on the field. Just to have 5 in the hand is an automatic game over.
Yep.
Proving that Exodia is about as strong, if not yet stronger, than the God cards.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we've seen in the show that when they went back in time, the God cards get obliterated by this one god or something. Then when they brought out Exodia, he too gets obliterated. But then when the Pharaoh remembers his name, he brings the God cards back. The guy's like, I already destroyed those. But he didn't destroy them like this because he combines them into the Oracle of Light, which apparently is an unstoppable, unbeatable card monster. Which I'm thinking, They only
Have you
did
heard-
that one time. Yugi didn't think about doing this any other time when he had the 3 God cards near the end. And it's funny. Near the end of the show, when Yugi battled the town so he could pass on to the afterlife, did they ever explain that Kaiba was the first one to actually destroy the God cards with the help of the Pyramid of Light? Or did they even make references of the movie from the show?
I don't think so.
Because that would mean Yugi was the only person in history of Duel Monsters to actually defeat the God cards.
Yeah.
I guess the movie was non-canon to the show. Or stuff like that. Kind of like how Power Rangers was. Like how in the Power Rangers movie, they make no reference of Ivan Ooze or that again after the movie. Because Mighty Morphin was still around after 95 before they switched off to Zeo. And they make no references of anything like that whatsoever. Like how did because I think around 95 and then when the show came about, they still had the same on. Aisha. I don't forget names, but I think one was called John Young Bosch, who plays Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the other guy, but I got his signature played as Rocky. But it's funny, like, where's Arthur St. John? Like I said, where's Zach? Where's Trini? Instead, we get these 3 new characters until they add them into the show. I'm like, oh, okay. There was probably a little bit of a time slip here, or it was like an alternate universe thing. Like, and all of a sudden, Billy's more like a badass before he was that geeky nerd character. He started to become more of a badass in the movie. And then it started building more as like a badass and more of a braven character throughout the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just having remnants of our childhood. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell it's a lie every single time. Enjoy the moment. I saw a clip. I mean, it's got to be 2005. Batista and Cena are world champs, and Hogan's there. And Cena and Batista, they both take their titles off, and they put them on Hogan's shoulders. I think the universe does silly things sometimes. I can't remember who sent me that clip, but I knew there was.
Yeah. Oh, I'm watching this episode of season 3 of WWE Unreal, and like it's called the Last Time Is Now episode. CM Punk literally was watching a clip back in 2005 when Cena and Batista put their world titles on Hogan. Funny, it comes around full circle when Cena retires. That Punk and of course Cody Rhodes put their titles on Cena for his final goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then, have you ever had a belt where the started to break off from the screws or whatever is holding it from the belt? Yes, a couple of them have been. Indeed so. In fact, I would say I had 3 belts that were just like that. And as well, starting off with the most recent one, this World Heavyweight title. Obviously, when I got it in the mail, 2 screws of the side plate here popped right off from the strap. I literally had to cut the backing into the back of the strap and screw the bolts on tight. And he actually put washers in them for some reason. But then again, I had to just remove the washers so it could be a tighter seal and fasten on the strap. So yeah, I have had a few. In fact, the Backlund belt was probably the worst one because that one, 2 bolts snapped on the side plate, and I actually had to get some JB weld to weld the screws back onto the plate so it could be sealed again. It was just sitting on a stand, never being touched. Well,
Damn.
like I'll tell you. Let me see. Like the big gold, like I mentioned, that big gold belt.
Mhm.
The worst. There was another one, my ECW television title. One of the side plates too. The bolt snapped, and I had to get some glue to seal that bolt down. But it was actually this one, the Japan plate on the Backlund belt. These two bolts, they're on the side here. Pretty sure you kind of see it with a bit of the JB weld on it. The bolts had snapped off, so I had to get JB weld and weld it back to the belt.
Mhm.
So yeah, how does it break from just sitting on a display? Well, no, it never broke while sitting on a display. Many times it comes broken.
Mhm. You're right.
I never had it where it breaks on a display. And if that happened to you, I'm not so sure.
Oh my God.
But I say most times I could say it's a shipping problem that happens when these belts come to me being shipped out, and next thing you know, I open it and one of the bolts is snapped off. I could think of it as more like a shipping problem, like on the shipping end. So I think it's time I'm gonna try to make some lunch right now. I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna take you guys with me for a bit. So yeah, I'll hold you guys right there for 1 second. Yeah, it looks a little cloudy outside, but I think it's supposed to be somewhat warm. Maybe it was in hopes that I could go swimming for a bit. Never know for sure. And we're out of that chicken. Well, guys, looks like I'm gonna cook myself up some lunch. I'm gonna cook myself up some Chinese leftover Chinese food. I'm saying mine broke from just sitting on the display stand. Wow. It did that? Well, then again, I would question more like, where'd you get the belt from? Like, who made the belt? And maybe complain to them, like, how they do that. Because I say that's kind of like a bad design in my mind, exactly. Because how long have you had the belt? Because maybe it was a problem that was just been going on for a while. You just didn't notice until it was too late. And I can see that being a problem as well. Because I never had any of my belts break on me on display. Most times I have them laying flat against the wall or I have them like snapped in, laying on the floor, and then I never have them, fall apart on me. As I said, many times I leave them alone, they'd be all right. I've had it for 2 years. Okay. So it might have been a mouth. So I could say it could have been a snafu, or yet someone must have been playing with your belts and putting them back like nothing happened to them and just didn't tell you. I
Possibility.
mean, is that the saying? Like for me, I don't have kids, but I have a nephew and that would play around with the belts, but I know he know well not to touch them unless I'm around.
Mhm.
Speaking of, I have given one of my belts to my nephew. Well,
Those are
another
your
nephew,
toy,
not the current,
your
not the
toy,
current nephew.
your toy belts ones.
Oh no, not a it was not a toy belt. It was the big eagle I have. I have
Yeah.
gotten that. I gotten a replacement for it, so I gave him the old one. I now
Oh,
have a
that's
new one.
oh nice.
Yeah, this new one looked a lot better than the old one.
It does.
And I think, yeah, and I think the guy who gave me that big eagle was the one that gave me the. No, wait, was it? I know I'm getting another belt from the guy that made the big eagle. But the big gold is another good one. Yeah, I have like 3 of them now. 4 if you count the commemorative that's in its bag. But I gotta say this big gold, it almost is as good as a real deal one.
Yeah.
And I talked about that. Like, yeah, it did have flaws with the bolts, but I put them back together. And two, so what? Maybe some of the bolts in the back is revealed, but then again, nobody cares about the backing of belts unless you're like like a mad masochist on pristine belts.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, like this AEW world title of mine, this part of this plate's coming off. Then again, the guy was trying to glue, he was using glue on it instead of like a bolt or that stack plates, which I understand. Sometimes you have those malfunctions, but then again, I say I leave them be because sometimes it just looks better because it makes it look like a ring used belt. If they make them
Yeah.
look like a ring used belt, like some people do that. Like someone would use
Yeah.
Brasso on a belt and make it look like it's been scratched up and been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Like Stephen Hammer did that. Like he would take his polish belt, did it to his world heavyweight title. But speaking
Yeah.
of, I have done a lot of I've done some touch ups on my belts. Repainted the globe and the cruiserweight so it matched perfectly. Finally went to repainting the globes on the ECW belt, so now it looks has a brighter blue on it, like the real belt on the light heavyweight. I was thinking about
Mhm.
doing this on the WCW World, but I've looked up videos of it. They haven't changed the color. I mean, the colors are back. But yeah, I just been doing stuff, and hopefully, I want to tell you guys right now, I am expecting stuff in the mail. When it
Damn, we've been talking for
Alright.
60 minutes. But,
I know. I mean, time does fly when you want to chat with some people.
yeah. I'm still waiting for my one friend to finish up his show for me and we can go play Power with some more.
Most of my time now, I'm just up on GTA.
Yeah.
Try to do 100% complete on the thing. I did that before back when I was playing on the PS2. May switch it to
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm no longer to be able to use my PS5. It quit working.
yeah.
The guy at the store said, "Oh, your PlayStation gets power. It's the motherboard issue." I'm like, I can't afford to replace that.
The motherboard. What the hell happened to your PS5 to destroy the motherboard?
I don't know. I was playing it once. It froze. I unplugged it because I couldn't power it off, and
Have you
then
been
boom.
downloading some of those Have you been downloading stuff on those naughty sites again, Frank?
No, you can't do that on the PlayStation.
I'm just joking, okay? It's a typical stereotypical thing. How people
I
get viruses
noticed.
on their computer and that.
That's why with
Like,
stuff.
damn,
That's
man.
why you use a private browser and have an good antivirus. Then you're good.
But I'm saying, man, that has to stop. That mean you gotta get a new PS5?
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I'm not giving these companies any more money.
Well, eventually the new PlayStation, Xbox will come out soon, and then make those ones obsolete.
Yeah, but the scalpers will get to the PS6 and the new Xbox, sell for $3 million probably. Because fucking scalpers.
Well, scalpers maybe
That
not sell that much
I was
because
using
we
that. I
see
was
now
being hyper
now, but because
thousands of
nowadays
dollars.
I'm saying because now the current PlayStation and Xbox consoles they don't play with physical disc games anymore. My
Nope.
Xbox you can't even play that physical up. Damn, stand. Because my
You know,
current
did you know
Xbox,
PlayStation's gonna eventually get sued because they're getting rid of digital media?
kind of like how Xbox did it. Because now all
Yeah.
my Xbox are digital.
Oh yeah, you know what I thought about Xbox? I don't know if this was true or not. I don't know if it's
They're
actually
going
going
to
to
now be
happen.
able to play PC games.
Yeah, that and they say you could put the CEO of Xbox said that you could put your Xbox game in there and get the digital version of the game for free and have it even if you have your disc not in.
But
Did they even do that?
how is that? Thing is, how is that possible? Because I have the Xbox Series One S or Xbox
It's
One
probably
Series
it's
X.
probably gonna be for the newer shit. It's probably for maybe it's gonna be for
So
the
I'm
newer
saying,
shit.
does it have a drive in it that you can put this in? Because I tell you the truth, my Xbox. In fact, let me show you. Go back into my room. My new Xbox here doesn't have anything you
So,
could put the disc in.
haven't
So
noticed
does
you
that
went
mean
from
there's gonna be a,
it's like it's probably gonna be something like I don't know, probably.
the newest system I have is a PS2. All my games are ancient. Hey, PS2, me and Frank were growing up with. He still had a PS2 when we met, and I was kicking ass with the original Crash Bandicoot.
And my PS2 is at my cousin's house because he wanted it. Fucking
Yeah,
bastard.
and as well as the Sly Cooper games. I beat all four Sly Coopers.
But Sly Cooper 4 is unfinished. They never wanted to fully release the rest of that game.
You mean Sly 5?
No, Sly 4, it's an unfinished game. Did you know that?
Actually, no, I didn't. Because it did have an
Yeah.
ending.
It had an ending, but it was on a cliffhanger where Sly was stuck in Egypt. And there was supposed to be more after that. It was supposed to be having more after that part. But the Naughty Dog who made it gave up on it because they don't care.
Yeah.
We're never going to get Sly 5 because I don't think it's ever going to come out.
Well, because the voice actors didn't agree on a contract yet.
Yeah, but they're old now too. Remember that.
Well, maybe old, but they can still. No matter what, voice actors can still do stuff even if they are old.
I'm trying to look this up. Let's see. There is no official fifth game in the franchise currently by Sucker Punch or that. They especially they need to make the fifth game. Like I feel like it needs to happen.
Well, hell, they can make another slide game. Maybe just get some old, recorded footage of them doing the voices. Of
And then there's our modern day,
like that. Pretty sure, but they never had the actor who played the Crash Bandicoot return to go, what? Pretty much just.
Wait, let's see. Studio ownership right there developed Sly Super Thieves and times required by Meta. So Meta owns. Oh damn! They required Meta, Facebook. So the company one of the company that worked on Sly owns Meta and Facebook since 2022 or 2020. Damn. It says, oh my god, there's a whole fan wiki about Sly 5.
And you know when they were talking about, and when they had that video, like a teaser trailer for a Sly Cooper movie?
Yeah, that was fake.
But it sounded like they had the voice actors for that.
But they scrapped it because they think it's not going to sell. I think it will.
Oh, yeah. I mean, next to Ratchet and Clank, and of course Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, Sly Cooper was probably the next big icon of PlayStation. And you can't deny that. Speaking of Crash Bandicoot, the Angry Video Game Nerd did a video about it on the Cinemaster
people-
channel about all the Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah. But they don't talk about Sly Cooper no more. They stopped talking about it since 2025.
Wow. Ever since last year?
Yep, they quit talking about it. I guess the fans actually gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could put
I'm
the
Dex.
Sly
Yo,
Cooper
hey,
games
I'm
on.
Dex.
They could put the Sly Cooper games on PC, but with PlayStation being a bunch of pieces of shit,
Yeah.
they're
I think a
removed all the
definition-
PlayStation games.
Yeah. I think definition of old and mine are completely different. Well, to us, it's retro or nostalgic. Because when I think of old with you, Pez, I'm thinking of like NES or SNES. Like that's old to me.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up in the 90s, I was playing PS1 and the SNES.
That's one system I never owned. I never owned a PS1 in my life. Played on it at my buddy's house, but never actually owned one.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the first Yu-Gi-Oh game on the PS1 in storage in a case.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I am Dex. How are you?
Hello.
What was your first game system? Well,
My very first my very first game console was original game. Believe the Game Boy Advance when I was a kid. Was my first.
you talk about me. My very first games console that I played on was definitely the Super Nintendo. Playing like Batman Returns, Batman Forever, the Spider-Man game, Mortal Kombat, the Terminator.
Yeah.
And
This
I
is the
believe
game I've been.
in Donkey Kong Country.
This is the game I've been playing a lot of.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep. Paid a
I
lot of.
aspire on the Switch.
You know, where is
My
my
first-
Switch?
Wait, my first system was the Atari C380, which predates the Atari 2600. That's what I consider old. Well,
Yeah.
what about the Magnavox Odyssey? That one is literally old because there's nothing older than that other than Radar. The
There's
Magnavox
my-
Odyssey was
there's
the
my
very
Switch.
first video game console.
There's my Switch. You know what kind of sucks?
What?
When I was getting all my shit packed to come down, I was gonna bring my Switch 2 over to your house.
Mm. Yeah, that would have been cool.
No. It was gonna be my PC at my dad's and then my Switch 2 because I don't have a PS5 no more because I'm not paying a lot of
Yeah.
money to get repaired.
The only time you bring a new console over is the only time you can kick my ass at it because you were able to get used to it and I can't. But yeah. The Atari 2600 was kind of the console that my mom grew up with. She remember playing some of
Remember
that
this?
game on though. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I have a lot of Mario games, you guys can tell.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm doing the whole speed run on my games. Sucks that I can't put my. Kind of wish I could put my phone.
But saying,
Well,
speaking of, the Odyssey is the first home system around 1972. Yeah. And it's funny. Speaking of the Atari 2600 and Cinemassacre, funny that my mom found this. The Atari 2600 ET game.
That's probably worth some money.
Well, other than the fact of its history about like how they found a bunch of these in the dumpster, and that's how they claim it's one of the worst video games of all time. I'm pretty sure there's games that's worse than this.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Like Ninja Bread Man on the Wii. That
Yeah.
one's probably the worst.
Yeah. You know what's kind of stupid, buddy?
What?
I haven't heard from my oldest brother in exactly 5 months.
Your oldest brother? Then
Yeah.
what? Then your oldest brother passed away?
No, Daniel was my second older brother.
Ah.
My brother Timmy is in his 40s. It's just
Oh, that's the thing.
he
You didn't
quit.
tell. I only that's the thing. I only know one older brother. I didn't know you had two.
I had to.
As I said, so you're one of three brothers, huh?
Yep. I only have one brother left because, one after my
Well,
brother Daniel died, my other brother, my oldest brother, quit calling people and talking to people, and it's been exactly 5 months since I heard from him.
yeah. Pez. I have the ET game and several other games on the wall as decorations. I'd say best bet, make sure that you want to keep an eye on those games, Pez, because you don't know which one of them could be valuable.
Mm-hmm. The retro games are going up in price.
Yeah. I mean, hell.
I regretted losing all my GameCube games and all my freaking cool console shit. Or since,
Yeah. Right. This replay that's near me, I
Mhm.
have all the old consoles and the game stuff. I'm like, man, think if I'm able to find out a way to hook them up to the TV and that, play some old school games like that type of
There
stuff.
is. It's called buying these adapters off Amazon.
Is the thing like, man,
If
trying to
they
hook up
go up that much, I'll take them down and then
a thing
sell
like
them.
it's like almost
Yeah.
impossible for modern day TVs because all modern day TVs use HDMI. They don't do RCA like the consoles of the 90s and that.
But there's probably adapters for those.
Probably.
I have a couple of games for the Wii, like Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds and Godzilla. I love that Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds game on the Wii. That's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! game. Well, I'll be back. My stomach's acting up really bad.
Right. We don't have worth that much. All right, Frank, no problem. Meantime, Ghost taking up the phone, huh? But yeah, party games that could be rare ones, like Sword Quest games. Because actually, one of them was a game that was never released, and one of them was never made. Yes. Yeah. That damn cruiserweight title. They put
I saw right before that day, Steve was retiring, but I just thought it's overall come back. Yeah, I think we're going to. Where do you want to put the title? Tino, okay, let's go. I'm sure he'll refuse. I'll say, hey, and I'll say, hey, okay, you did it. You did it for Hogan. Yeah, you deal with it. Yeah. I was a little frustrated that Punk came up with an idea and I did. But for him to bring up this Batista Hogan moment, I thought that's great. That's perfect. It's very rare for somebody to kind of go out the way they want to. I never get a chance to be a fan. I have watched as many of John's more recent matches in the bowl with the people as a fan as I can. I'm going to be out there tonight when he wrestles Gunther because I need to feel the energy and I need to feel the people. And I want to be fully invested and emotionally involved as a 6-year-old kid or a 70-year-old grandfather out there. I think tonight is immensely special. And in a big way, tonight is not about John Cena. And I think that was his design. Tonight is about the past, the present, and the future of the business. Fair enough. Hey, that was my best. That's fun. That's not a thing I definitely win if you don't mean nothing. That is thank you. And,
2 Starbucks games for a game with Starbucks.
that's pretty awesome. It's been so fucking fun. Thank you. Thank you for.
Yeah, but that beats the original like Star Fox and Star Fox 2. Well, technically there was never a Star Fox 2. But Star Fox like on the Super Nintendo.
Making people give up. Yes, the man. Tell us it. Give up. John Cena has not tapped out in over 20 years. They fucking draw this boss out.
Yep. Nothing was more emotional to see this night happen. The last night of John Cena's career.
But John, who knows what was going to happen? It was when he turned it around. And that's John. That's John. He was doing something for somebody else.
Right, for Stu.
You feel good. And he died. That's what he does. Makes you feel good.
I'll hardly go watch Unreal. I have to finish it. Because right now I'm on. Wow. I hear Bailey dropping F bomb. Screen froze. Is it froze for him or for me? Because it looks fine on my side. Could be because I'm going on for an hour and a half. When I go for almost 2 hours, I have a bit of an issue. But
Now looking for the end. With a German suplex, he turns it around. The wall of his jumping, pumping up there. Dragging those steel steps out toward our announce table. Man, I would get out of the way.
oh, if you're on tomorrow, I'll be here. I'll be off work. Well, I'll be here tomorrow, no problem. I'll be again. I'm off for 2 weeks, so gotta be doing something for 2 weeks on this channel. Yeah.
Excellent. Might get it done. Go right into another jacket. Right all the way through the air.
I gotta go now. Bye, Dan. Bye, Holly. Take care. You too, Holly. Yeah. So, then maybe check the weather and all that stuff. See if I really go swimming. Then later, maybe check the mail, see what comes in. And I know wait for stones to come in and all that.
So this is right. How can Helen waste a night like this? She could be playing rock bed casino. After all, this is a woman who once followed a guy called Rufus across 5 Caribbean islands without a passport. Wild, safe, and secure. Unlike concepts of 1953, I rock bed casino. We're in a rebel place. The customers get up to the house.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Oh, well, that's that.
Pregnancies in a very small period of time as a result of all the effort I put forth.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think it was
So my knee's starting to act up. But, may have bothered me a bit.
such a constant cliche. Everyone said, "Hey, take this in." What a shame! You watch my fucking stuff.
Watch my fucking stuff.
Anticipated how prepared I was for closure of this.
Wow.
Seen his arms down once in a looks bleak for John Cena. The arms down again. This looks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, seeing Punk and Baylor's reaction when they're watching Cena's final match.
Wrestlers are the biggest marks of all. If it pops us, typically it's popped the audience.
If it pops the wrestlers, it pops for the audience. Yeah.
Takes control and slows the match down.
Put slow-mo on Gunther as he does a splash.
Because they're not.
We gotta get a drink. I'll be right back, guys.
Life sometimes they're others around. They're scared of that.
John Cena has stepped down.
Punk. Like I think tap. Wow.
This is not the way that anyone wanted this legendary career to end. One more time. That was something.
Even Undertaker came out for that one.
We're gonna put one of these on your shoulders. You're gonna deal with it. Because I watched you and Dave do this to Hogan. Here, so. You don't want to put too much. We're paying it forward.
It's gonna happen. Wow. Paying homage to Cena like that, like Hogan. Wow.
Oh.
I just did it. Oh, Frank. Yeah. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, my stomach, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow, just watching Unreal and seeing all the emotional moment when Cena said goodbye. Seeing fans in tears and Cole trying to hold back the tears as well.
Yeah.
It's real emotional. I mean, because I was growing up watching Cena, and the fact that he said goodbye. I mean, I was sad this when Undertaker said goodbye, but now it's like Cena, another superstar of my childhood and your childhood probably as well, said goodbye, and I was like, man, it just
Yep.
shows that
Yep. I was on a Discord call with all my friends, and they all just left the call.
yeah, everyone, and now they're showing all the Twitch streams and all that about people's reaction to Cena's last match.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think I'm gonna hop off, and I'm gonna go play a game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bud. I'm gonna go. I'm
Yeah,
hopping
I'm
off.
probably gonna end it.
So,
Yeah, all right,
yeah,
no
we've been
problem,
going for
pal.
90. See everybody.
Yeah, no, yeah, all right, guys. Again, that's Frank for you. And check out his Twitch stream if he does Twitch streams and that. But yeah, looks like I may hop off here in a bit too. Looks like we got about 3 or 4 likes and nobody watching. But I'm probably gonna hop off in a bit now so I could do some stuff around, other than just sitting around here all day, play games and stuff like that. But anyway, stand there's a way. I don't hold it. Stand up right there. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video or end the stream right now. So thank you guys so much for being part of the live stream. Thank you for all the chats. Shouts to Pez, shouts to Holly, the Chaos. Check out their channels. One does with Pokemon, the other one has a wrestling belt collection.
Set. Certainly what's up to
But, yeah. Take care. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. So, guys, thank you so much. Shouts to Holly of Chaos. She does Pokemon related stuff. And of course, shouts to Paz. Check out his channel, Wrestling Belt Collection, great collection. Shout out to my buddy Frank. Check out his channel. Check out collab channel Frank and DMT Show. We do reactions to his videos. Shouts to Dex, who was on here for a minute. He has the live streams. He helped me get into the live streams. He's got live streams with involving music and that. But he also does another channel that involves wrestling called Wrestle Chat Talk. You may see me there every now and then. Shouts to my friend as well, to Brother Kane and Stephen Hammer. Stephen Hammer that does belt related videos as well, and Brother Kane that does wrestling game related stuff. But yeah, anyway, if you're new to my channel, want to know what I'm all about, especially with the belts, check out my main channel. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. After all, I was trying to get them the goal of 1,000 as of right now. Most recent video. If you are a subscriber, don't forget to check out my most recent video of the 900 subscriber belt giveaway to enter in for that. Remember, you gotta be a subscriber. You gotta comment in that video below. What's your favorite homemade belt that I made? And make sure I have a hashtag DMT900 in it. So you guys enter in for a chance to win. Because I'm going to let it run for a whole month before I announce the winner sometime. And after all that, we'll move on to the next one, which would be for 1,000. Hopefully I get to 1,000. So again, don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys be notified when I do live streams, which is obviously another one tomorrow, or videos sometime later within this week. So again, there's that. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96, and as well on Instagram, Damien96, where I might post stuff there if I post stuff here on YouTube. I'm DM Tombstone Belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, signing off. See you guys later. Have a good day, everybody.